Oh yeah, I got him. Oh, nice. Absolutely love these benches. They come in handy for so many things. Filleting, washing, little review videos, and that's the biggest reason why I wanted to set it up. Got a few things I want to do reviews on, and this is the prime little bench for it. On the legs I just put holes on it so you can adjust it out and just put a pin in, but usually I don't even bother with it. I just pin it on the ground. I'll just put it on an angle, dig it in. It's not going anywhere. You know, if I've got real heavy stuff, I'll just put it on the inside, but perfect. All right. See how I do my washing. You know, the bucket and that was good. Put a lid on, go for a ride, but I couldn't rely on going for a ride all the time just to do me washing, especially if, you know, when I get work and that. It was just so much easier to have something like this instead of hand washing everything over and over again. What had actually happened is a fella at a caravan park, he had one, and it was like the little twin tubs, had like the spin dryer and like grandma used to have, and then like your washing side, but it was a little portable one. Yeah, he just said, oh, having dramas with it. 1 minute wants to work, next minute doesn't. He goes, sometimes I'll hit the lid and she'll fire away, but he goes, I don't want to mess around with it. And yeah, he goes, oh, I know how much you like tinkering, so we end up taking it. What it actually was is on the lid of this other one, there's like a safety thing, so especially for your spinner, lid had to be shut. And what I noticed, well, you're hitting the lid, I wonder if there's something on the lid that's, you know, making it start up again. I opened it up and there was like a little press switch, or whatever you want to call them, push switch. So when the lid was shut, it'd know it was shut, so then it'd work, but the little switch got a bit of gunk in there and jammed it up. Cleaned it all out and she went like new. I would have loved to kept it, but it's just a bit too big. And then come across this on eBay. I think it was about 70 bucks. Now I've had this one for maybe, a good three years now, this one. So yeah, still going. Get this water and fill her up. Joys of camping near water. It's hard not to. Water just makes it 90% good. Whether it be a beach, creek, you know, dam, anything like that. I will say, when I've got fresh water near me, it makes it so much better. You know, I can use it for dog water, washing up water, washing water, you know, anything, heaps of stuff. And even depends on how clean it is. Like, this water's pretty clean. Yeah, it all depends on how clean it is. You can drink it, you know, you can still treat it, boil it if you need to, if you got some of them life straws or whatnot. But yeah, it just makes it so much better and easier. Shower water, just so much. Even when I am at the beach, like, I can still use the beach for stuff. I'll use it for like boiling pastas, rice. What I usually do is probably a 50-50, 50 of salt water, 50 of fresh water, but you gotta let it settle. Don't just get it straight from the beach, especially if it's choppy, and expect to use it straight away without chewing on sand. Get it a day or two beforehand, let it settle, then that will go a long way for you, instead of having to use your own water. Also, what I use is I have put this in another video, so you know I won't bore you too much, but just in case people miss it, I just use wool wash. I got put onto that a while back. Thank you. What I might do actually, it's probably a little bit too much for that half a thing. Wash me mane, me jocks, and me me singlet. Wool wash. It's eco-friendly, but the best thing about it is a little bit more is what do you call it? You don't need to rinse, because I don't like rinsing. Just takes enough water as it is when you're washing your clothes, but they get done properly. And with the water, when I've finished me washing, I actually drain that into a bucket, and that's what I use to wash the quad down and that, especially when, you know, I'm beach camping and stuff like that. So it's a little bit dirty, the water, but better than nothing. And I put it in a black drum so it heats up, and warm water dissolves salt, so then I give the old quad a good wash, using it twice. Pretty basic. I don't usually wash on this. It's because I have rearranged stuff. This used to live in the front toolbox, which I am trying to get it back there. I've just got to do a little bit more rearranging. I'll just plug this into my inverter. For those who are wondering, it's about 240 watt, 250 watt of what it chews, so it's not too bad at all, and perfect, because like I said, when I am working or something like that, I can throw a load on, walk away. I don't have to sit there and hand scrub it, nothing like that. Come back to half decent clothes. Alright, wash does have a little spin thing, but come with a little basket, but I got rid of that for spin drying. You probably fit about 2 pairs of jocks in there. Got a timer on there, it's a bit worn out. I think it's about 15 minutes, but even if I have to, if it's too dirty, I'll put it on a couple of times, but this is pretty good, they're not that dirty. And that's my washing done. That's one of my chores done for the day. There's our wood all done and dusted. So I lay a tarp down. Reason being is because I collect all the wood chips from after I saw. What I use that for is I use that for me dunny that I run, like a composting dunny, waterless loo. What I do is obviously bag it all up, put it in my little container. That's just a little kilo flour container that I use to show in the dunny. Put it in that. Your solids and your liquids are separated. One goes to one, the other goes to the other. In the solids, after you're done, I just pour the wood chips over it. Reason being is to dry it out, stops the smell. Every now and then you might get a bit of a whiff, like nothing bad. It's it's a matter of, and half time that happens is because I've left the lid up. So yeah, sometimes I leave the lid up just to make sure it stays dry, you know. But yeah, most times I have it down. You don't smell nothing out of it. Nothing like a chemical toilet. So like I said, it's all waterless, so I use that wood shavings just to keep it dry, cover it up, and yeah, it works a charm. Actually works really well. So that little container, that might last me, because it's only one of me, I might get about a week and a half to 2 weeks out of that container, flushing it, like, you know. Yeah, to cover it up, and that works very well. I actually need to sharpen the blade, she's a bit blunt. But the thing is when it's sharp, like, you know, when it's sharp it sends out wood chips. When they go blunt they send out wood shavings, like they're a lot tinier. But the shavings, the littler ones, the finer ones, seem to last me a bit longer in the dunny and covers a bit more. The wood chips you need a little bit more, but it doesn't do the chainsaw any good. It doesn't do me any good neither, having a blunt blade. So, but yeah, that's the reason why I collect that stuff. Works well for me. I suppose we'll take some tucker out of the freezer, figure out what it is we want tonight, eh gal? Whatever it's going to be nice cooked on that wood stove. So, I'm going to cook something that I did in a cook-up, it'd be quite a few years ago now. So I'm going to do it again, but it involves chicken, and I even have some bacon, so that's even better. But has one other ingredient that I ain't going to tell you yet, so you'll have to hang around and wait to see. Just got to take this out and make sure she thaws. And for now, Dodge obviously wants to go for a swim, so we're going to go for a dip. Come for a wander. You know it's going to be cold. So she knows the deal. The snake's around, we let him have his dip first, and we come back. We usually come have a look. If it's not there, it's all good. Good gear, go on, good gear. Coming in. That's cold. Yeah, she's a little bit chilly. The other day, it was here. Dodge was over there swimming. I was sitting here, and I heard something drop. Like, I think, lucky I wasn't sitting near the wall. Thought it was a rock breaking off from the wall, going in the water. And as I was sitting there, I happened to look around, and here's a snake. It's obviously launched itself, but I don't think it's just fallen off it, because it landed out quite a bit from the outside. I didn't see no birds, like no shadow or nothing. It was middle of the day, so it was a pretty big snake, but it have to be a big bloody bird if it did have it. But yeah, I think he's a bit dazed when he woke up. He shit himself, so did we. He took off, but he went the other way. But yeah, ever since then now, we've been greeted with him quite a few times. He come down the other day for a swim. Actually, I told her to go get a ball, and she didn't. She come back. I walks over here, and here's this snake sitting right near a ball in that little cutout. Hey, yeah. Glad she didn't get a ball. Yeah, you. Smart dog, aren't you? You are. Very smart. Right, so we're doing a chicken and pasta dish. First things first, need to boil some pasta. And I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna do the pasta on the induction cooker. But what we'll do is we'll actually cook the main part of it on the wood stove. So while this comes to the boil, a bit of salt. We'll get this fire going. One thing I did forget to mention the other day is I actually use my dunny paper so I don't flush it, make sure there's no stains. My dunny paper, I put it in a tin and I use it as my fire lighter. So whether I got sometimes add Caro or citronella, whatever you got. Citronella oil smells better when it's sitting inside the dunny to it to help it light, but wood's pretty dry. Got a little stuff in there, so doesn't really have a problem starting. So I don't have to add any Caro or anything to it here. That's what I use as my fire lighter. Wait till that cooks. Right, chop, chicken, onion and bacon I've got to dice up with my weapon of choice. Don't forget guys, we are giving one of these bad boys away. Not one of these, one of the cleavers. But, say, too deadly. The only thing, so I haven't done it yet, is because I'm nowhere near a post office yet. So when I get near a post office, then I'll throw one of these knives out for you, give one away. Anyway. Anyway, the main ingredient. This is the main ingredient. So, what is it? Spicy capsicum dip. It's just your dip you get from like Woolies and Coles and all that stuff. But I use that as a simmer sauce, so that's nearly done. But to help it go further, I usually use, say, like cottage cheese. You can use sour cream, cream cheese. If you want, you could go coconut, but I don't usually because I don't want it to overpower this. But at the moment I've got evaporated milk on me, so that's another good one. But that's ready, so we'll show that in. If only you could smell that. Alright, that's ready. And it's just a matter of scooping it up, putting it on the pasta. Anyway guys, if you do want to purchase anything, I'll leave a link in my description. These guys are helping me out with some commission, so it'd be awesome if you could help them out and help me out, you know. But yeah, I'll leave a link in the description and they just give us a bit of a commission and that. So if you don't know what it is, I've been using their knives. You can also wait and try your luck in a giveaway too. But yeah, I've been using their knives and little Osprey, the Osprey Camp and Osprey Travel. So the little baskets that I've been cooking in. Oh, dodgy gear. Yeah, so yeah, really help us out guys. If you do want any of their gear, if you can just jump on and grab it through my link. Cheers, eh? Anyway, I'm gonna have this feed and probably go for a dip. I don't know, see what happens. She's getting a bit on now. Go for a quick swim and come back and watch the sunset. Cheers, eh?